A number of close friends are experiencing deep grief right now. Whether it's the loss of a dear friend, a loved one, deep grief over a diagnosis, deep grief over political choices that people make, deep grief about the environment, the world situation, deep grief that just feels overwhelming, incomprehensible. And what do you do with this? What do you do with this grief? Well, there are many wonderful books written about grief. There are many wonderful advisors, coaches, spiritual teachers who talk about grief and dealing with grief. But first and foremost, allow yourself to feel it. That is what's going on for you right now. A wonderfully respected spiritual teacher who I've had the honor of meeting and knowing in a recent Zoom class said, yes, even though she is what most everyone would call awake or enlightened, she experiences sadness, loss, grief, for all the reasons I've mentioned before. She experiences it fully. And then it doesn't linger. It is. And it, like the wind, it changes. The period may be short, may be longer, but it does change. So if you're going through a grief situation right now, about the world situation, about politics, about a loved one, about yourself, your body's aging, for example, or not the way you wish it to be right now. And be with those feelings. And then, as the wind teaches us, it will blow through when you allow yourself not to escape from it, but to feel it and then let go. It doesn't mean you agree. It doesn't mean you don't still recognize the world situation, the climate change, the political choices, the death, the body image issues. But your emotions are not drawn into it and magnified, and it becomes this endless cycle of how can they? How can this be possible? Oh my goodness. Why? Why me? Etc., etc. I mean, it becomes an endless cycle, and it feels like it's never ending. The weather changes, always. And like the weather, those feelings, those intense feelings, which are perfectly justified for you in whatever the situation is, they too will move out if you let them.